Should you buy Schedule 1? The answer is yes, go buy it. You can leave now. Shoo. Anyways, I'm gonna assume if you're still watching, your brain is not complete mush. Congratulations. Anyways, with that being said, here's my video on why you should buy Schedule 1 and some things what I would do to improve it. So to begin with, what is Schedule 1? Well, Schedule 1 is a game about selling legal substances to random people, and it's made by this gentleman right here, Tyler 1. Tyler. Piss. Anyways, it's made by this guy, the sole dev of the game. And yeah, that's basically the whole game. It's a game about selling legal substances to, men and women of a city. Now, obviously, there's a little bit more to it. You can mix the substances with like random items like Coke and Viagra to get some wacky effects. You could hire help, buy properties, that. But this is just a gross oversimplification of it. Anyways, before I go any further, as you can see in the background is some footage of the game. So, also pay attention to that because I'll be referring to this footage quite a bit. Anyways, so that's what Schedule 1 is. This is a game about growing legal substances and selling it to people. Now, obviously, in this world, the substance isn't legal. It's illegal. I guess we're in Texas instead of Cal. So, sucks. But that's basically it. What you're seeing right here is basically the gameplay loop. And now that might not seem that interesting, but trust me, this gameplay loop is highly addicting, just like the actual real world drug. You see, I don't know what it is about Schedule 1, but somehow this gameplay loop, despite being extremely simple, very bare bones, is probably the most fun I ever had in one of these drug-like simulators. And honestly, that's just perfect to hear and to play. You see, this being perfect, that essentially means that this whole game has a solid base. And that what I really want to hammer home in this point is if a game like Schedule 1 has a solid base where its foundation is just perfect, the gameplay loop is very addicting, very fun, then you could bet your butt that any future additional add-ons to content and whatnot is only going to make this game better. And that's true. Tyler 1 has released a few updates and it only makes the game better. In fact, in a couple of days, he's going to release probably the first community update where it's going to be between an expansion to the police, cartel rivals, or shrooms, a new drug. And that's only going to make the game better because it's more content to mess around with. You see, Schedule 1 is like a grape. A very big, plump, juicy grape bunch on a vine, just waiting to be turned into a magnificent wine. Peak perfection. This game is going to age fantastically, like a 50-year-old wine. Smooth, fruitful, aromatic. I don't know any other terms to use for wine, but my point is it's going to be a beautiful game when it's finished. But that's the problem. It's basically beta. It is a long way to being finished, but that's okay. Because despite only having one dev at the current moment, that's okay. That's alright. In fact, that's more than alright. As long as he continues to work on the game, this game is only going to get better and better and more fun to play and more worth the $20 that you dropped initially. But yeah, to talk about a little bit more of the gameplay loop, is essentially buy seeds, grow them, water them as you see, trim them, package them, and then go out to the city and sell them rinse and repeat. Now, obviously, as you level up in the game, you do get another option. The option to mix your drugs with foreign items, such as Coke, Viagra, uh, some other stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you can mix it with. And with every update, you can mix it with more stuff. And now that's important because when you mix your weed with some of these items, you get cool effects such as being able to run super fast, low gravity, being able to turn into a cyclops. It's fun stuff. So the more stuff that Tyler adds, the more stuff you get to mess around with. And now you're starting to see what I'm talking about. And why I am referring to this game as a grape on the vine. Because as Tyler, nurtures and adds more to the game, goes through the process of squishing the grapes, adding more content, smoothing out bugs, adding new maps, new content, different drugs, you're only going to get more and more stuff to mess around with. Different ways. He could add like a substance that lets you fly. He could add something that turns you into a giant, maybe into a mouse. The possibilities are really endless. And who doesn't love just mixing stuff and getting some wacky stuff out of it? So as you can see, every addition that he could add will only make the foundation better and thus making the game better. I genuinely think unless he tries his best, he cannot make the game awful, no matter how hard he tries to make it awful, because it will always be a solid game. Now that's good to hear. That means that when you buy this game, despite not being finished, it is a solid game. And as every update comes, it becomes more worth it that you bought it. You see, buying Schedule 1 at the beginning, right now, is more like an investment rather than an actual, how do I put this, like a proper purchase. Yes, the game is there. Yes, the game is pretty solid, but it is missing quite a lot of aspects to it. Secrets, a story really. But with every update, it's only going to get better and better. And look, I know that I might not be sounding that convincing. I might not sound that intelligent or whatnot. But look, trust me when I say this, that if you purchase Schedule 1 now, at the low price of $20, you're not going to regret it. The game already is really solid. Just ask my friend Yoshi Gamer. He was a top tier hater of this game when I brought it up to him. He was like, the graphics are buns, the gameplay looks like buns. This man is a top tier hater. You could bring something up, he will have zero knowledge of it, and he would hate. But when he tried the free sample, the demo, and yes, I forgot to bring this up, but yes, there is a demo. So you could play this game for free for a little bit, get like a little feel for it to see if it's even worth it to drop your money on the game. So even if you don't want to drop $20 initially, you could drop nothing just to get a little taste, just like my friend Yoshi did, and find out that this game is peak. This game is beautiful. And trust me, when he played that demo, he started to talk to me about it, and he said that he wants to see this video. So that's really the reason why I'm dropping this anyways. Because that top tier hater folded like a lawn chair, and now he's a lover of the game. So that should tell you quite a bit if a top tier hater like him is enjoying the game. Look, if all of that wasn't enough to convince you, then please be like Yoshi and at least try the free demo. Please. Please be like my friend Yoshi Gamer and just play the free demo. Trust me, even if everything that I said does not convince you, there is at least a free demo that you could play for no cost that allows you to experience the game without dropping $20. And trust me, when you play that free demo, It is going to hit you like how crack hit the black communities during the Reagan administration pushed by the CIA. Alright? Alright. Now then, we can move on to what I would do to improve the game, essentially. Alright, so now if you're interested in what I have to say about what I would do personally to improve the game, then please stick around. But this is essentially the end of where this trying to convince you to buy the game. Now it's just me, and hopefully the creator will watch this video, skip to this part, and listen to what I have to say. Some of the things that I want added to the game are just kind of just like additions, like secrets, and uniques, and just random events. I'm a sucker for those types of things, okay? I like when games have unique weapons, like Fallout is my favorite part of the game, is collecting the uniques. I like when things have secrets, like you turn a corner and there's a skeleton. Wow. I like stuff like that. Maybe I'm autistic, maybe I'm just dumb. But I love secrets. I love hidden like routes. I love stuff like that. And I wish Schedule 1 would have stuff like that. So here's a few ideas for a few hidden secret items. Maybe out in the forest you could find a unique strand of weed. Maybe during a certain time of day, maybe like during the night, there's a chance that a UFO could crash and you get alien Zaza. Maybe there's a chance that like you could smoke like a specific strain of weed and Bigfoot shows up and he gives you a strain of his own. Stuff like that. Things that are like that could just randomly happen and give you like a cool little reward for it. You know, either if it's just completely by luck, like the aliens just crashing down and giving you alien Zaza, Bigfoot showing up by doing a certain task, or just some other thing. Maybe you could go exploring the sewers to find like a unique strain of weed. Maybe you could talk to a certain person that sells you a unique piece of equipment that could help you in your drug making business. Things like this. I am a sucker for that. So, Tyler, if you're listening, maybe set up a update where all you do is add in secrets. I know for one of your updates you're going to add a fishing, so maybe make it where you can pull up like unique sea life, like the anglerfish, and that'll make you get like unique strains. Maybe even you could fish up seaweed, and that'll be a unique strain of weed in its own. Because seaweed, weed, I don't know. But my point is, I would love the secret hidden stuff like around the map. The other thing that I also really love is collectibles. I would love it if around the map there's just collectibles and you get a low reward for it, whether it's money, an outfit, or again, a unique strain of weed. Also, that's another thing that I wish will be added. Achievement related outfits. I love that in games. Maybe make it where if you pick up enough trash, you would unlock like a garbage man's outfit. You know? Maybe if you bust rival cartels enough, you get a policeman's outfit. Stuff like that. Just something nice. Something that's like, hey, you're doing this? Congratulations, you get a little gold star for your troubles. And honestly, that's nice. I always like when video games just add in like little things like that, where it's just little outfits that you can unlock for doing an achievement. Oh, you explored and actually looked around. Congratulations, you now get a unique weapon or something like that. So Tyler, if you're ever gonna focus on an update, please, one of these days, sit down and just ask your community to just think of secrets, special items, hidden routes, and stuff like that. I would love for there to be like a hidden bunker, and it's actually like a nuclear silo where if you solve the code by looking around the map, you get like this grandiose, free building to grow weed and stuff in. I would love for there to be like hidden um areas of the map that give you like something special, you know? I would love for you to be able to unlock outfits for completing like random task. I would love for stuff like that. There's something to reward players that goes like, "Hey, I see you doing this. Hey, I see that you're an achievement hunter or you're an explorer and you just want to look around the game. You want to enjoy the game more what what it is, basically. So here's a little reward. So please, Tyler, if you're listening, please, one of these days, to sit down, talk to your community about having this an update that's a solely, and I do mean solely, this hidden secrets, hidden routes, like unique collectibles, new outfits, and stuff like that. I would love it. And I think your community will love it as well. There's little Easter eggs to find. You already have all over the map like graffiti that you can find. So come on, man. Just go the extra mile and please, please, please. I would love to like fish up seaweed and grow it as like a strain of weed. I would love to pick up trash. I would pick up $1 million worth of trash if it meant I could get like a trash man's uniform. I would bust my balls looking around every square inch of the map you just made of Schedule 1, looking for a code just to unlock like a nuclear bunker or something like that. I would honestly just I would go so far to look into like the game files just for there to be like a hidden Easter egg that tells me to go off myself. Man, just add stuff like that, please, Tyler. I'm begging you. I'm on my hands and knees. Don't hold out on me. I love secrets, so if you ever get to hear this, please, just one of these days, do it for not only me, but your community. Add secrets, add uniques, add hidden stuff around the map. We love to see it. Okay, man? And that's it. That's all I have to say about this game. Please go check out the free sample demo. Please get involved with his community and please invest into this game. I want to see this game become perfection, and I know it can. Just like Cell, it just needs 2 androids or whatever, you know. My point is that we are in the grape stage. Help them make the wine. Help them age this wine. I want it to pair perfectly with my modded steak, with my salad, with my everything. Please. And thank you. If you're still watching this video somehow, thank you for staying. I always appreciate it. Hit like a like, subscribe please as well. And yeah, I'll probably do like another video on like Balatro, why you should buy it. Maybe some other games that I genuinely feel as though it's worth dropping the money for. Anyways, once my friends eventually do buy Schedule 1, you could bet your balls that it's JDog19X and Yoshi Gamer and Joe the Squid and I are going to do a series on that. So go over to their channels, you know, except Joe the Squid because he doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore. Hit subscribe on their channel and tell them to buy Schedule 1 already. Alright? Thank you. You've been a lovely audience. I'll actually try to drop videos, but no promises. P.S. There might be a stream coming.